What's up, everybody? Nico Dwyer back for the 10th inning, here with another episode of This Day in Sports History. In yesterday's episode, we saw Pete Rose become the all-time hit leader in the National League. We don't have anything quite like that today, but we do have some more Olympic Games to talk about, as well as some PGA Championships and a baseball strike to get into. So if y'all enjoy this video, leave a like on it. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Let's get to it. This Day in Sports History. We stick with America's Cup, this time in 1876, and Madeline of the US would defeat Countess Dufferin of Canada in the 4th edition of America's Cup. We move all the way up now to 1928, and the Summer Olympic Games in Amsterdam would officially close, and the USA would just dominate the medal count. 56 medals overall, 22 gold medals. Germany would be in second with 31 overall, 10 gold. Finland in third, tied with 25 overall medals, but would win the gold medals 8 to get in third place. From one Olympic Games to another Olympic Games in 1936, after a 24-year absence of baseball, there would be a baseball demonstration game played between two American teams in the Berlin Olympics, and the team of the world champions would defeat the other US team 6-5. Stay in those games but move to diving, and American diver Marjorie Gestring would win the 3-meter springboard gold at the Berlin Olympics, becoming the youngest Olympian to win a gold medal at 13 years, 268 days. But not only would that happen, the Americans would sweep the medals, with Catherine Rawls earning silver and Dorothy Poynton Hill earning bronze. Finally, in those games, in the gymnastics competition, Germany would dominate the whole thing, winning 6 of the 9 gold medals, including the men's and women's team all around. Move up now to the 1948 Olympics, and we go to the Indian maestro Balbir Singh Dosan, who would score twice as India would defeat Great Britain 4-0 for the field hockey gold medal, making it India's 4th consecutive hockey title of 8 overall. Now we get into a world record in 1960, and Ralph Boston would set the then long jump record of 8.21 meters, or 26 feet 11 1/4 inches. He would break it less than 1 year later. Over to Major League Baseball now in 1964, Mickey Mantle would go deep from each side of the plate in the same game, making this the 10th time in his career he would do this, and this would be the final time that he would do this. Since then, the record has been beaten, and right now, Mark Teixeira currently owns the record. 9 years later in 1973 at the PGA Championship, Jack Nicklaus, with a score of 7 under, would win his 3rd of 5 PGA Championships, 4 strokes ahead of runner-up Bruce Crampton, to win his 12th of 18 majors. And it seems like we just talked about him, but 1 year later in 1974, Mickey Mantle and Whitey Ford would become the first set of teammates inducted into the Hall of Fame on the same day by the BBWAA. Also joining them in 74 would be Jim Bottomley, Sam Thompson, and Jocko Conlon. We move up 1 decade to 1984, stay in Major League Baseball, and the Braves would defeat the Padres 5-3, but that's not the interesting part about this game. The interesting part would be it featured 2 brawls and 17 overall ejections, which is a Major League record. And that's something hopefully will never ever be beaten. I don't think anybody wants it to be beaten. It would be entertaining, but still. Also in 1984 at the MLB Hall of Fame inductions, Harmon Killebrew, Don Drysdale, and Luis Aparicio would all be inducted by the Baseball Writers of America, and Rick Farrell, Pee Wee Reese would be added in by the Veterans Committee into Cooperstown. Finally in 84, at the Los Angeles Olympics, Carlos Lopez of Portugal would win the men's marathon in 2 hours, 9 minutes, 21 seconds, an Olympic record that would stand for 24 years. Back to Major League Baseball 1 year later, Baltimore Orioles' Wayne Gross and Larry Sheets would be the 6th pair of players to hit consecutive pinch hit home runs, and this would take place in the 9th inning of an 8-5 loss. Back to golf in 1990 at the PGA Championship, Wayne Grady with a score of 6 under would win his only major title, 3 strokes ahead of runner-up Fred Couples. 4 years later in Major League Baseball, we have the start of the infamous strike, something that honestly almost took down baseball, almost stopped baseball from being a professional sport again. Members of the MLBPA go on strike, leading to the cancellation of the World Series for only the 2nd time in MLB history, 1904 the other one, due to labor disputes. This would be baseball's 8th and worst work stoppage in 22 years. The 232-day player strike would lead to the cancellation of the World Series and would delay the opening of the following season. Now we move all the way up to 2007 in golf at the PGA Championship. Defending champion Tiger Woods, with a score of 8 under, would win his 4th PGA chip, 2 strokes ahead of runner-up Woody Austin, to win his 13th of 15 majors. 1 year later, we go to the Olympics in Beijing. We start off with Michael Phelps, who would win his 3rd of 8 gold medals at those games when he would take the 200-meter freestyle in a world record time, 1 minute, 42.96 seconds. Staying swimming, this time in the 100-meter backstroke, there would be an American 1-2 when Aaron Pearsall would swim a world record 52.54 seconds, besting teammate Matt Grievers, but they would both win. One would get gold, one silver. Finally in 2008, in swimming, on the women's side, American Natalie Coughlin would become the first to successfully defend the gold medal in the women's 100-meter backstroke when she would win in 58.96 seconds. 4 years later, we moved to 2012. We started the PGA Championship. Rory McIlroy, with a score of 13 under, would win 8 strokes ahead of runner-up David Lynn to record his 2nd of 4 majors. Staying in 2012, the Olympic Games in London would officially close, with the USA coming in first place, 104 total medals, 46 gold, China second, 88 total, 38 gold, and then Great Britain would come in third due to the gold medal count, 65 total medals, 29 gold medals, 5 ahead of Germany. 4 years later, we moved to the Rio de Janeiro Olympic Games, and we will start with swimming in 2016, and Joseph Schooling of Singapore would set an Olympic record 50.39 seconds to win the 100-meter butterfly gold, and he would win it above a 3-way tie for silver at 51.14 seconds, which saw Michael Phelps, Chad Claus, and Lazio Se all win silver medals. We stay in swimming. This time in the women's 800 meter, Katie Ledecky would set a world record 8 minutes 4.79 seconds to dominate the field and tally the most medals of any female in one event in the Olympics. She would actually be tied with Simone Biles after these games with 4 gold, 1 silver, 5 overall medals. But this world record that she had is still a record that stands today. Finally, in the women's 200-meter backstroke, American Maya Dirado would win with a time of 2 minutes 5.99 seconds, and Hungarian swimmer Katinka Hosszú would win her 4th medal, coming in 2nd. We end today's video off in 2018 with 2 separate events. First, at the 100th edition of the PGA Championship, Brooks Koepka, with a score of 16 under, would become only the 5th player to win 2 major titles in a calendar year when he defeated Tiger Woods by 2 strokes to win his 3rd of 4 majors. Finally in 18, in Major League Baseball, David Bote would hit a pinch hit walk-off grand slam, becoming the first player to accomplish this since Earl Averill in 1959. So there you have it. That's what happened on this day in sports history. If I left anything out, I do apologize. If I mispronounced any names, I also apologize. But I'll see everybody tomorrow for Nick Dwyer in the 10th inning. See ya.